Let's learn how to calculate the area of a trapezoid. All right, so trapezoids are a little more complicated than parallelograms and rectangles because they've got only two sides that are parallel and the other two are not. So if this is base 1 and this is base 2 and this is the height, the distance between the two bases, then the area of a trapezoid equals half the product of the height and the sum of the bases. Okay, so you can write that like this: area equals 1/2 the height times B1 plus B2. Now if you want, you can write that as H times B1 plus B2 over 2. You can distribute that 1/2 inside that second parentheses. And I don't know if you remember, but the median of a trapezoid, that's the segment that connects the two midpoints of the non-parallel legs. The median is the average of the bases. So guess what? You could also write the area is equal to the height times the length of the median. Now I want to run a little visual proof as to where that formula comes from. So this is a trapezoid, and I'm going to run this little applet. There's an exact copy. We flip it around and push it, and guess what we get? We get a parallelogram. All right, now what we've created is a parallelogram, like I said. So this height times this total base, which is B1 plus B2, is the area of the parallelogram. Well, the area of the trapezoid is exactly half the parallelogram. So the area is 1/2 the height times B1 plus B2. So I thought that's a pretty cool little visual proof. All right, so now we're ready to do some examples. So we've got a trapezoid TRAP. There's TRAP. And it says RA is parallel to TP, which is the way we drew it. Angle T is 60. RA is 10. Now TR is 8. And TP is 15. So we have our two bases, but we do not have our height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the height. And when I do that, I've created a 30, 60, 90 triangle, which means that this piece right here is going to be half the hypotenuse. It's going to be 4, which makes this height 4√3. Now we have everything we need to get the area. Area is 1/2 of 4√3 times 10 plus 15. That's 2√3 times 25, which is 50√3. In this example, we have an isosceles trapezoid ABCD. So let's draw that. A, B, C, D. It's isosceles, so the legs are congruent, and they're both 8. And the bases are 6 and 14. Find the area. Well, once again, we're missing our height. So let's drop it down. And I'm going to drop another one down right here, because watch what happens. This is 6, and since this whole thing is 14, that means that I have 8 left over. So that means that's going to be 4 and 4. All right. So now we know what our height is going to be. We'll call it H, and we'll get that from, oh, hey, look, this is half hypotenuse, which means this must be a 30, 60, 90. So this is 4√3. So our area is 1/2 4√3 times 6 plus 14, which is 2√3 times 20, which is 40√3. Now if this were not a 30, 60, 90 triangle, then I would use the Pythagorean theorem to get the height. Okay, last example. Here we have the area given to us is 75, and the height is 5. How long is the median? Well, remember I told you up earlier that the area is 1/2 the height times B1 plus B2, which is H times B1 plus B2 over 2. And this is also the length of the median. So if our area is 75 and our height is 5, then I'm going to divide both sides by 5, and the length of the median is 15.